Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to another visit to the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny part.
Now, welcome back to the Baseball Hut 3, and hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So, as you know, we're back into the insane asylum known as WFAN. And general talk radio is an insane asylum, especially when it comes to the sports side, because the sports side is not as thriving as it used to be. You don't see the mega stars on the radio like you used to see, like Imus in the morning. You know, it wasn't like really sports. Mike and the Mad Dog, those days are long past. So you have a bunch of mid guys, and all these guys are mid tier in terms of talent, to be honest with you. And now we have one of the bigger mid-tier guys, and that is Craig Carton back at WFAN. I got a lot of videos lined up for you that I'm going to record. So if you want to know what's going on at WFAN, hit the subscribe button. But we talk about the media anyway here. But this was a big thing, and this is what the entire media is talking about. And a lot of people are searching for it. So that's why I'm doing these videos for Baseball Hut 3. Wasn't really planning on doing it, but this was big news in the world of sports media. And we're getting reactions from the guys, from the hosts, from the other shows. And some of the stuff is just, like I said, an insane asylum. I have a video at some point about one of the hosts, Evan Roberts, having a very bizarre reaction to Craig Carton coming back. But this is from BartlettMedia.com. The morning show. Boomer and Gio, a.k.a. here at the Hut, as Norman and Gregory. There was a show in the 90s called Greg Meets Dharma. But here, Gregory met Norman. Headline. Where's the headline? Now, of course, in the meanwhile, when I find the headline, Boomer and Gio address Craig Carton's return amid more changes at WFAN. As you know, Keith McPherson, the night guy, he left, no joke, left last week. I wonder if he left last week. Maybe he saw the writing on the walls, and they told him to get the hell out of here. You either get the hell out of here or you leave on of your own accord. That's a possibility. That might be a possibility. You might have seen, like I said, seen the writing on the walls when someone explained it to him. Quote, it's just the worst case scenario. I really felt for them because their futures are being discussed on major platforms while they're sitting there doing their show, or a little tiny platform here at the Hut. An island. WFAN morning host Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti addressed the radio industry's shifting landscape and the station's recent lineup changes during Wednesday's episode of Boomer and Gio, including reports that former co-host Craig Carton returned to the station in January. Now, I would mention, they asked Boomer, do you want to get back with Craigie? No. Doesn't want to do it. I don't blame him. You know, as crazy as Gregory Giannotti is, he's not a jailbird. This is the livelihood, this quote, this is the livelihood of people that have worked here for a long time. A number of people have already come up to me and told me about their fate at the end of December. And it's not easy. It really isn't. The two safest people here, folks, was at the radio stations. Boomer Esiason just signed a deal, but I think they're a little afraid of Boomers. They're not going to fire him. And two, Evan Roberts, number 2. They gave Evan the option. You can keep the afternoon show or take the demotion. He took the demotion. Never take the demotion, dude. Quote, I always tell them the same thing. I've been fired. When has Boomer ever been fired from WFN? WFN has never fired him. Never. He's been at the station since 2007, and he's never going to get fired. He will retire before he's fired. I've been fired. I've been cut. I've been benched, and I just keep going. You just have to keep your head down and keep going. Look for the next opportunity. You can never be comfortable in a business like this. And I'm saying rather, easily, because I don't have the laryngitis like I did last week. Norman has the sort of permanent laryngitis, unfortunately, poor guy. I guess all those years of screaming, and the football game, especially when he was with the Jets, Giannotti, Gregory, echoed Asias's perspective, knowing that while WFAN remains strong, the radio business itself has changed dramatically. Over the last couple of months, there are so many people that I have worked with for a really long time that are not going to be here. This feels different than every other time, Gregory said. He added that while WFAN's performance remains solid, it's just that it's changed. The way that people are used to on the digital side of things, it's time to sort of reimagine what's happening in different areas. Well, that's because, Gregory, let me point something out. People like myself that do videos on their phone can reach just as big of an audience as you have on the radio. Between YouTube and Facebook and X and all the other platforms, you can reach any place, any time, at that exact moment. Quote, "We're not the victims in this by any stretch of the imagination. They are," Asias said. "That's why you try to give words of inspiration, to give them a fighting chance to find somewhere else in this business, because there are other avenues to go. But it's not this avenue. You get the hell out of here." The conversation turned to Carton's impending return, which was first reported Tuesday during Brandon Tierney and Salicata's B&T Middays program. "This was in the work for years," Asias said. "When he left, there was just too much money for him to turn down. Now he's going to come back because the money's gone and what he does best. Extemporaneous," I can't say this word. "Extemporaneous thought on a radio show for 4 hours. Giannotti acknowledged the emotional and professional toll of ongoing lineup changes. "I'm excited for the lineup, but also very sad that something else had to change," he said. "There's been a lot of different midday and afternoon combinations while we've been sitting here. None of them are easy on the people involved." He also reflected on how the Carton news broke on WFN's airwaves. "It was really tough for those guys in the midday yesterday to have that story come out while they're on the air." That's respect. That means the guys, the producers, the owners of WFAN didn't respect these two. It's just the worst case scenario. There's no respect. It's only business. No respect, I really felt for them because this is why, I was always called a radio executive is the biggest scum, that they deal with. I really felt for them because their futures are being discussed on major platforms while they're sitting there doing their show. Where Carton set the return and other lineup adjustments in place, Asias and Giannotti said they remain focused on keeping WFNs competitive while supporting colleagues navigating a rapidly changing industry. WFN has not officially released any details of changes coming to the fan at the beginning of the new year. Well, the cat is out of the bag, as they say. I was going to say out of the barn. The cat is out of the barn. That's not right. The horse is out of the barn. This is how the radio business is. It's cutthroat. It's cutthroat. Like Salicata, mocking Carton back in the summer, saying he wasn't going to take his job, and then he took his job. It's like it was nothing. That's how it is. That's how it is in the radio business. And, they do have tons of competition. Like somebody like your host, And I'm really the only one that talks about them on a regular basis because only I, as your host, has the wherewithal and the knowledge to navigate us all to the insane asylum as we do this visit again at the place known as WFAN. Subscribe to the Baseball at 3.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha. To the funny fun.